Membership sites can be lucrative, but you need to continue producing content to give your members a reason to stay and maintain your cash flow. So how can you make sure you're prepared to keep the content coming? I'm Hope from the content marketing team here at Kajabi, and I'm going to talk about how to plan your membership site content. Before we get started, take a second to subscribe and click the bell for notifications about our newest videos. First, let's talk about why it's important to plan out your content in advance. Taking the time up front to develop your content plan can save you more time in the long run because you're more efficient when you're mapping your ideas out. Plus, you can make sure you're building in a variety of topics and content types. Another big benefit is simply making things easier on yourself. You can avoid the stress and pressure of having to throw some content together at the last second or worry about missing your own deadline. And building in a buffer in your content production is always smart, just in case something comes up. If you need to take some time off, having a content plan means you have one less thing to worry about. If you decide to outsource some of the content production, having a plan makes it a lot faster to get your freelancer up and running. Now let's get into the steps to make your content plan. Content planning all comes down to creating an editorial calendar. This is just you mapping out your content publication dates for a certain period of time. To get started, you'll need to choose the tool that you'll use for your editorial calendar. There are a number of different services that you could use. Here at Kajabi, we use Monday.com, which is a great tool for collaborating teams, but you can also get started with something simple like a spreadsheet. For this video example, we're going to use Google Sheets because it's widely accessible. The next thing you're going to do is choose your cadence, or how frequently you're going to post in your membership community. Let's say for this tutorial that we're going to be sharing content twice per month. Then we can project that out for a year, and we will know that we need to come up with 24 content ideas. The right cadence for your membership community will depend on a lot of factors, but the most important thing is to be consistent and deliver a solid value for your members. So on your editorial calendar, you'll use one column to map out all of the posts by date. Here we'll just add a column with 2 posts per month. So after you've chosen your cadence, you'll decide the content types that you are going to produce. A lot of this is going to depend on the topic of your membership site. But in general, you can choose between written content, video content, audio content, and more. Ultimately, having a variety is usually a good idea for a membership site because it helps keep things fresh. For our example, we're going to include video lessons, printable content, and audio content. So for our editorial calendar, we can just add that as another column. I've added the 3 content types, and I can just drag it down to fill in the rest of the year if I want to randomize them. Now, it may seem a little daunting to have to come up with that many ideas at once, but don't worry, we can break it down and make it a lot more manageable. We recommend using content categories or different themes that you can rotate between. Choose between 3 to 5 when you're getting started, and try to choose something fairly broad so that you can generate a lot of ideas for years to come. You still have to come up with the same amount of ideas, but this makes it a lot easier because the different categories get your mind working on different things. For our example, let's pretend we're in the health and wellness industry. So some of these relevant categories could be things like food, exercise, mental health, and social wellness. Now, you might want to match up topics that work best with certain content types. Or if you just want to get your creativity flowing, you could also drag the categories down the column and randomize these too, just to brainstorm. Remember, you can adjust later. So now on our sample editorial calendar, we can see that by mixing up your content types and categories, it can spark some creativity by narrowing your focus. Many content creators find that this makes the work more manageable. Now it's time to fill in your topics. Sit down and do some good old-fashioned brainstorming. Research content and see if there are any gaps that you can fill, or take a new spin on something others are creating too. During this process, you may refine some things based on what ideas come flowing. So maybe we create a tutorial on how to make a healthy seasonal meal for this time of year. Then next we have a downloadable piece about social health. Maybe we make a checklist of different social activities someone could try to help them make new friendships. Then we could just keep going. Now we're at our last step, setting your deadlines. You'll want to be realistic with how much time it takes to produce all of your content ideas. Understanding how long it takes you to produce each piece of content is really important, so try to quantify it. And build in buffer time. It can set you up for success to have some pieces of content done early and in the pipeline. It's possible that you have some great ideas, but some are easier to produce than others. So you may find it helpful to front load your editorial calendar with some of the topics that will be quicker to produce. Then for some of those ideas that will require more time, you can plan those out for farther in the future. Now that you have all of the steps laid out, you're ready to start writing and producing your content. We hope this was a helpful guide to planning your membership site content. If you're looking for a tool to help you create and sell access to a membership site, check out Kajabi. We offer an all-in-one solution to build, market, and sell content based on your expertise. Join our community of over 50,000 entrepreneurs and creators who have earned over $3 billion in revenue through our platform. Click the link in the description for your free trial. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.